Now standing majestically atop the rugged hills overlooking the ancient city of Cusco, the capital of the Inca Empire, lies the formidable fortress of Sacsayhuaman. This colossal structure, crafted with astounding precision and architectural brilliance, has withstood the test of time, silently guarding the secrets of a long-lost civilization. In this case, the scientific achievements are even more remarkable than the headlines suggest. Imagine stones so massive and perfectly fitted that not even a piece of paper can slip between them. This gives you a glimpse into the mystery and allure of Sacsayhuaman. This fortress is more than just a military bastion. It is a testament to the Incas' advanced understanding of engineering, astronomy, and their profound connection to the natural world. It challenges us to reconsider our perceptions of ancient civilizations. Its story begins long before it captured the attention of Western historians and archaeologists, as it played a significant role in local life and culture well before the Spanish conquest of the Inca Empire in the early 16th century. The disastrous consequences of the Spanish conquest were exacerbated by the diseases they brought, such as smallpox. The Spanish first encountered Sacsayhuaman during their conquest of Cusco in 1533, led by Francisco Pizarro and his brothers. The conquistadors were immediately struck by the grandeur and precision of the fortress, which was a central feature of the Inca capital. Among the earliest and most vivid descriptions of Sacsayhuaman were penned by Pedro Sancho, Pizarro's secretary, shortly after the fall of Cusco. Sancho's detailed accounts, along with those of his contemporaries, provided a preliminary glimpse into the enormity of the stones and the sophistication of the construction, laying a foundation for future archaeological investigations. As the 19th century progressed, the ruins of Sacsayhuaman piqued the interest of international travelers and scholars, propelled by the burgeoning field of archaeology. Notably, Ephraim George Squire visited Peru in the 1860s, and his detailed sketches and descriptions further ignited global interest, drawing attention to the site's historical and architectural significance. By the early 20th century, the first systematic studies began, aiming to map the site's structures and better understand its historical context. However, these early efforts were often constrained by the techniques of the time and a colonial mindset that sometimes misinterpreted the site's purpose and construction methods.
Archaeology gives this work entirely to the Incas, even though the Incas themselves recognized and honored the work of predecessors.
Advancements in archaeological methods during the late 20th and early 21st centuries, including digital mapping, detailed stratigraphic analysis, and remote sensing, have significantly improved our understanding of Sacsayhuaman. These modern techniques have illuminated the construction process, revealed the full extent of the site, and identified various phases of its use. Every stone and artifact discovered adds to the narrative of a civilization renowned for its architectural feats and its deep integration with the natural world and the cosmos. The construction of Sacsayhuaman stands as a pinnacle of Incan engineering and craftsmanship, incorporating advanced techniques that continue to puzzle historians and engineers today. The massive boulders used in its construction, some weighing up to 200 tons, were quarried from limestone deposits around Cusco. Transporting these enormous stones across several kilometers remains one of the great mysteries of Incan ingenuity. It is believed that thousands of laborers, without the aid of wheels or large animals, moved these stones using only logs, ropes, and collective human strength. The precision with which the stones were cut and fitted is extraordinary. The Incas employed a technique known as ashlar masonry, allowing the stones to fit so tightly together that no mortar was needed. The joints are so precise that even a blade of grass cannot slip between them. This level of precision also provided earthquake resistance. The stones could shift slightly during seismic activity and resettle without collapsing, a crucial feature in the earthquake-prone Andes. The architectural layout of Sacsayhuaman is equally impressive. Its walls, composed of gigantic stones arranged in a zigzag pattern, form three parallel lines that create a formidable barrier. This design served not only as a military defense but also held symbolic significance, possibly representing the teeth of a puma, with Cusco itself theorized to be laid out in the shape of this sacred animal. Beyond its visible structure, the layout of Sacsayhuaman extends into both ceremonial and strategic realms, with the zigzagging walls reflecting the jagged peaks of the Andes, blending the natural landscape into the architecture. This integration underscores the Incas' reverence for nature and the belief in deities residing within these natural elements. Researchers have also proposed that Sacsayhuaman features an acoustic design. Tests have shown that sounds made at certain points within the complex can be heard clearly across great distances without any echo, suggesting a sophisticated understanding of sound dynamics. This would have been especially useful during large gatherings and ceremonies, allowing leaders' voices to reach large crowds. Additionally, the site's astronomical significance is evident in the orientation of its walls and specific architectural features, which align with celestial events such as solstices and equinoxes. The Incas demonstrated remarkable ingenuity in water management as well. They incorporated an advanced drainage system to handle the heavy rainfall of the region, preventing erosion and water damage. The terraces not only provided defense but also managed soil erosion and likely supported gardens or smaller structures. When comparing Sacsayhuaman to another iconic Incan site, Machu Picchu, some interesting differences and similarities emerge, particularly regarding purpose, function, and construction techniques. While often mistaken solely as a fortress due to its imposing walls and strategic location, Sacsayhuaman primarily served as a ceremonial site and a symbol of imperial power and divine authority. In contrast, Machu Picchu, built around the mid-15th century, functioned as a royal estate for Emperor Pachacuti and was more focused on religious ceremonies and astronomical observations. The construction styles of these two sites reflect their differing purposes and underlying philosophies. Sacsayhuaman is characterized by the use of enormous stones, meticulously fitted together without mortar. This large-scale monumental architecture was likely intended to display power, strength, and durability. On the other hand, Machu Picchu, while also known for its precise stonework, features smaller, more regularly shaped stones that integrate seamlessly with the natural landscape, reflecting the Incas' overarching philosophy of harmony and balance with nature. The locations and overall designs of Sacsayhuaman and Machu Picchu further highlight their distinct functions. Sacsayhuaman's position on a high plateau overlooking Cusco gives it a robust, militaristic, and expansive design, symbolizing its role as a guardian over the Inca capital. In contrast, Machu Picchu is nestled between mountain peaks, often surrounded by mist, creating a more secluded and mystical atmosphere. This remote setting enhances its spiritual and retreat-like nature, emphasizing its role as a sacred space for reflection and ceremony. These strategic choices in location and design served practical purposes while also conveying the spiritual and cultural values of the Inca civilization. Sacsayhuaman not only stands out as an architectural and ceremonial masterpiece but also as a strategic military fortress, showcasing the Incas' deep understanding of military tactics and landscape utilization. Its defensive characteristics are seamlessly integrated with the natural environment. Positioned on a hill overlooking Cusco, Sacsayhuaman provided a crucial vantage point from which the Inca could observe approaching threats, offering them ample time to prepare defenses or mount counterattacks. This strategic location made it a key component of the region's security. Access to Sacsayhuaman was deliberately restricted, with only a few heavily guarded entrances designed to be narrow. This forced attackers to enter in small numbers, making them vulnerable to defenders stationed along the walls above. The design allowed for excellent visibility and communication between different sections of the fortress. Signal fires and other visual messaging methods were employed to coordinate defensive efforts within Sacsayhuaman and with other nearby fortifications, further enhancing its defensive capabilities. When comparing the defensive structures of Sacsayhuaman with those of medieval European castles, such as Edinburgh Castle in Scotland, several intriguing similarities and differences arise. Unlike the stone and mortar construction typical of European castles, Sacsayhuaman's walls were built using ashlar masonry, fitting stones tightly together without the use of mortar. This technique provided significant earthquake resistance and eliminated the weak points that mortar joints could present in terms of erosion or undermining. However, both Sacsayhuaman and medieval castles share a key defensive feature: strategic positioning on elevated ground. This universal tactic of controlling high ground underscores the shared understanding of defensive architecture across different cultures and time periods, each adapting their methods to their unique environments and technological resources. While Sacsayhuaman's defensive elements were central to its role as a military stronghold, they also reflect the Incas' broader cultural and architectural principles, seamlessly blending practical functionality with symbolic meaning. The site's monumental scale and intricate construction were designed not only for protection but also to display the power and prestige of the Inca Empire. The defensive strategies employed at Sacsayhuaman, from its restricted access points to its elevated position, reveal the Incas' sophisticated approach to safeguarding their capital while preserving the site's ceremonial and cultural importance. In summary, both Sacsayhuaman and Machu Picchu illustrate the remarkable ingenuity of Incan architecture but serve distinct roles within the empire. Sacsayhuaman's massive stones and commanding position emphasize its function as both a military fortress and a symbol of power, while Machu Picchu's more intimate and mystical design underscores its role as a royal estate and spiritual retreat. Together, these two iconic sites highlight the versatility of Incan engineering and the empire's ability to integrate their architectural mastery with both practical needs and cultural ideals.